All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Film Shapes on the Move. We've just been to the Luna to see... What was it called again? Jesus, the Nightingale. Yeah, quite a shocking, confronting picture. Roly, how are you?
Well, I got asked on the way out how I enjoyed the film, and I couldn't really say. I didn't want to be impolite, and I'm not sure if I'm going to change my opinion after some processing.
We need a bit of time, don't we, with that?
Is the definition of a good film one that you want to recommend to other people? Because I can't think of anyone I would recommend this film to.
Is it enjoyable? Is that what you mean? Would you?
I don't think it has to be enjoyable, but for a number of reasons...
You still
largely centred around the level of the sexual violence in the film.
Yep.
I can't imagine recommending this film to anyone.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so I'm not surprised that people are staying away from it
and walking out of cinemas. Well, okay, let's. This is by Jennifer Kent. It's her second feature. She did The Babadook. She's an Australian actress and filmmaker now, starring Eiling, I think, Franciosi. Do you remember her from The Fall, that TV show about serial killers in Northern Ireland? Okay. Can we go this way?
Yep.
Okay. And Sam Claflin, this British actor, who's a bit of a twat. I can't remember the name of the Aboriginal geezer, but he was good, wasn't he? It's kind of
he was quite good. I felt like he was kind of working against the script. Like, he was likeable as a character, but his lines in the film just seemed a bit kind of
perfunctory.
Yeah, they were. He was supposed to be the the light-hearted kind of humorous Aboriginal man at the beginning, at least. Anyway, and he was, of course, half of the film.
Yeah, yeah.
But I just thought, I think in the talk after that film, there was a little talk.
Yes.
After that film,
Mark Naglas, her film critic.
Yes, and Mark made the point actually, which I felt affected by as well, is the language was just too modern.
Okay.
His language in particular.
Yeah, so this is set, 1820s or something? 1825 or something?
I guess so. It's convict-era Tasmania. Tasmania is well known for some of the most violent kind of bushranger history in Australia. Definitely.
Yes, right.
I thought there was going to be some cannibalism in this film as well. That would have really topped it off.
Yeah. Now, and the talking point, I suppose, is the violence, isn't it? The shocking, bloody... horrible rape
quite
and violence.
Extended rape scenes and things. Yeah. The sort of things Game of Thrones has definitely been criticised for, times two, and then add in some baby killing as well, which you never see on screen.
I was thinking that they're
spoiler,
not spoilers.
By the way.
Yeah, well, we're here. Yeah. I didn't imagine they'd go there.
By the time he got round to killing the second kid, I think I almost laughed.
Oh, really?
I had to hold back a laugh because it was just
a bit too much. You think
it was just too much? That was my my emotional response in dealing with all this trauma.
Yeah,
was to laugh, and I noticed no one else in the cinema had that response, so I had to quash it.
Oh, yeah, right. That was a little bit.
It almost became comical at that point because that guy was such a two-dimensional evil character.
Yeah, I think somebody broached that in the chat at the end.
I mean, none of this I was going to get up and say at the end of of the film where they were talking and they were asking for comments on the film.
Yeah.
This is not the sort of conversation you're going to get when everyone. Well, they weren't just asking for comments or questions. They were really asking for
approval. I think
gushing approval. Any more gushing approval for the film? Well, no, I haven't got any more gushing approval for the film.
Yeah.
Actually, I found it a quite uncomfortable experience.
Oh man, it's uncomfortable. Certainly, it's confronting and unsettling. But I quite liked.
I mean, yeah.
I liked the what would you call it? The journey, the physical journey through the Tasmanian bush.
Yep.
And it reminded me a bit of a guy I know who's written a couple of books, but his first one's called The Roving Party, and it's a cracker, and it's very similar to that kind of dynamic. I'm getting buggered. This walking and talking is...
do you need me to hold the phone for a while?
No, I'm all right. I just need to slow down a bit.
I'm
just very unfit, I think.
Yeah, well...
anyway, it also... Have you seen the film Nicholas Roeg did in the 70s called Walkabout?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
Did you get any sort of memories of that?
Well, as soon as you put an Aboriginal man in front of somebody on a horse, leading them through the bush, then it's going to echo.
I don't think they had a horse and walkabout, but there you go. No, I don't think so. Because it was a little girl lost with her brother.
Oh, I might be thinking about a different film. Yeah. But I'm sure I've seen Walkabout.
Yeah, it's a good film. I mean, yeah, that whole sort of, I guess you'd say the storyline for me, I liked, and all the stuff about. It was
a revenge story, basically, wasn't it? It was.
Wasn't it a bit like the one we saw there recently, Black 47? Bit of English-Irish kind of intrigue.
Well, similar sort of.
Different setting, of course, but.
Similar sort of era, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
Yeah, look, I think, I know it's not supposed to be a comfortable film to watch, and it's a film designed to, I think, try and teach or inform people a little bit about the brutality of our collective history.
Yes. Yeah. Certainly. Yeah.
I don't think it's necessary to go quite that far with killing babies and stuff on screen in order to talk about that. But I understand why the film's been made in that way. But the problem I have with it is I don't feel like there's much. Like, this is a film, what you see is what you get, really. There's not a lot of metaphor in there for me.
Thank you, mate.
What do you think? I mean, do you... I mean, there was talk about the film being about trauma. Well, that's obvious to me that the film is about trauma because it's there to be seen.
It's on the face of it. That's what it is. I mean, what's underneath it? I mean, it is about. I think it was the friendship, as Mark was saying in that chat. It's like a romance. I wouldn't go that far. I think he sort of.
I think he regretted saying romance.
I think he did. I think he did. No, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that.
I think he was talking in the broadest.
Yeah. I mean, their relationship that grew. That's the arc, isn't it? I mean, she started out quite racist. She was wronged terribly, but she was quite the racist woman. The Aboriginal guy was suspicious of her and all white people. And I guess he remained that way throughout. But their relationship was the arc of the film.
Yep.
That was quite good for me. I like that. I like that part of it.
Did you get bored at all?
Now here's the thing. I thought,
didn't you?
A little bit. Like it's 2 hours 30 minutes plus,
and
I don't think they needed all that time to tell that story. Do you reckon? Do you reckon they could have cut 20 minutes?
I think they could have
30?
cut. Where would you cut the 20 minutes? I think you're right, but I would cut the 20 minutes probably from earlier in the film rather than later.
I'm not sure. I mean,
she had a few flashbacks there in the dream sort of.
I think you're looking at a sequence, more spoilers here, where they come across another an Aboriginal woman, and the rotters, the evil British. Attack her and take her with them for a bit, and then all that I think have been slightly unnecessary. It just showed a bit more of their...
more of the same.
Yeah,
like if this film was directed by a male, I feel like it'd be getting a lot more critique for doing that
probably
so many times.
I mean, we're aware that they're proper cunts, and do we have to see that again and again? It probably, I don't know. Oh, this way, is it?
Yeah.
Crossing here. No danger.
I don't want to be too harsh on it because...
No, look, I mean...
I agree with what it's trying to do, but...
I think it's a good film,
but... it's just not a film that I enjoyed or that I'd recommend to people.
Well, you can't say anybody can they enjoy that film? Yeah, I don't know, but
well, you can enjoy the experience without...
That's right, it's worth watching.
It being, I laughed every 10 minutes. It was,
I know,
it was not like that, obviously. I'm quite happy to see a film...
You're saying you wouldn't recommend that to anybody?
Well, I can't think... Well...
Seb?
No.
Cheeky?
No.
No.
I can't think of anyone who would have a...
I think if I
positive...
told my wife to go and have a look at that, she'd probably give me a bit of a bollocking, actually.
Yeah. And, definitely my wife wouldn't be keen on that. But,
Yeah.
Is it a little bit preachy in a sense then? Is that what we're feeling here?
I don't. No, I don't think that's it.
Are they trying to teach us a history lesson, a violent history lesson, because we're, too white to understand?
Oh, I see. You think it's too broad? Well, the strokes were a bit broad, you reckon?
Yeah, I just find it. Yeah, like it's uncomfortable on quite a few levels.
Yeah,
and I'm already aware of my privileged place in society.
Sure.
I don't think a film like this is going to inform me that much.
Yeah.
And maybe for people who would inform, they're not going to see this film.
Yeah, that's true.
Or they'll see the violence in the film and not see
okay.
anything
You think
else.
they might even be turned off by that violence and ignore the actual message.
Yeah, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the purpose is.
Well, yeah. I don't know. I think she's done the right thing. We're right here or left? Or straight over?
Straight through.
Oh, straight over. I think she's, decided to make this film. I was curious, was it based on a novel, on a source material? No, apparently she's just gone to archives and researched history. So
yeah,
she obviously had an idea to do this years and years ago. So I think it's a bit of a passion project, I suppose.
Well, as it should be, probably.
Yeah.
She's had a lot of Indigenous consultation, by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the film's trying to achieve, but then I'm not sure what any film is trying to achieve, and
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we've just come out of it, so we're probably going to think a little differently tomorrow. So that's why we usually don't do these podcasts straight after it. Cause
I think it's fine, though. I mean, it's okay to have an opinion straight after a film and change it later.
I usually need to sleep on it. That's my MO. Are we crossing the park? Is that a bit risky? It's
dark, isn't
Perth, isn't it? Yeah, let's just stay on the footpath. No, we're going through the park.
No, we'll go through the park.
All right. Okay, it's pretty
I
open.
thought you were going to say, let's do it.
Let's do it. We are doing it. There are ropes across here, remember?
I think that's the biggest danger.
That's the biggest danger.
Park is that we're going to trip over the ropes.
Yeah. Well, no, I
don't do this on your own, though.
No, of course not. I think I'm happy we went there. We weren't expecting there to be a presentation at the end, were we? I didn't even know about this.
No, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, but that was interesting. It's good to see
some minor things like the format.
That's a good
is
point.
That Academy format or
something?
It's
4 by 3. Yeah,
is it 4:3? Yeah.
It looked a bit squarer than 4:3, but
3:2 even or something like that.
Yeah,
I'm not
1.33, I guess. That was. I thought. Wonder why she's chosen this, and they explained later that it's to.
It's all about the faces.
Yeah, but
you weren't convinced by that explanation?
Not really, because they've got lots of vistas and beautiful scenery and stuff that people overseas aren't seeing every day on their cinema screens, and they've boxed it in. I don't know. I would have probably preferred a widescreen for that, but that's her choice, isn't it? It was supposed to focus on the close-ups.
There was a story as well. She didn't want it to be a tourism film.
Oh, it's hardly going to be that.
I don't think you need to worry about that. This is not a postcard for Tasmania.
Come to Van Diemen's Land. See all this. Fucking hell. Yeah, no, that was all right.
I feel like I've got to say something better about the film now.
Well, you don't necessarily have to. What did you think of the bird angle? The nightingale and the... Was it Mangana? Mangala.
Well, actually, why was he called Billy when he described that his name was Mangala?
No, that was his totem, wasn't it? It was his bird? I don't know. Not sure.
I thought he said, I am Mangala.
I am that bird.
I thought that was his name. That was his proper name, though.
Oh, I don't know. Possibly. But maybe Billy's the name they gave him when they took away his family, Killed his family, I should say. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's not really a positive then.
No. You're looking for positives?
I'm looking for positives.
We're almost at your house, so,
You've got to find a positive.
I liked it a lot more than you, I believe.
At the moment, I was just kind of...
Yeah. The music?
Didn't notice it, which is probably a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't overdone. It was...
I noticed a few nice touches with the editing. Close-ups of logs being chopped. And
yeah,
that kind of stuff. There's
sure, and I will say, like, it is a well-crafted,
yeah,
edited shot. And,
looks lovely.
And even in terms of, you know, there's not a lot of inconsistencies within the characters.
No.
Almost to a fault, maybe, in some ways.
Okay.
But I would say, greatly, that's a strength of the film, is that it's...
Yeah.
It's very expertly put together.
I don't know. Compare. Sorry, I just thought of something as you said that.
Yeah.
Compare the evil English rotter in Black 47 that we saw recently.
Yeah.
With the one in this.
Same guy, really.
Same character. No, same character, but the one in Black 47 had a little more light and shade to his character. This guy in this film.
Yeah, they really decided to give him nothing but evil, didn't they?
Nothing.
Which I don't think...
Well, okay, maybe he was, but. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
It was almost a pantomime villain, I thought.
Yeah, it got a little bit like that, which took away maybe from some of the realism.
Yeah.
See, I'm hating on it again, aren't I?
Yeah.
I'm trying.
A little.
I think maybe after some processing I'll like something more about it, but...
Yeah. Oh, I got to say, this is probably a little bit, a bit negative as well. I a couple of times I was thinking to myself, oh, please don't sing again. No, don't sing here. Oh, she's singing again. Oh no, I don't know. It was that was a little bit too.
When she went in the bar at the end and did the little sing song after her, she was doing well. Then she did the sing song. I thought, well,
that bit I didn't mind that bit because that was sort of putting him in his place and seeing his reaction, like at the very first time she did it.
If Americans had made that film, like, the guys at the end would have stood up and clapped her as well. Oh,
like in Cabaret with the Nazi like song or something. Right. Yeah.
But yeah, look, I know what you mean. I got a bit... she had a nice voice, though.
Yeah.
I liked her voice.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I reckon we should wrap it up. We're almost at your gaff, aren't we? All right, your gaff. Almost at your gaff, mate. All right.
That's an Irish term.
That's English.
It's Irish, isn't it?
Nah, it isn't. Gaff.
Gaff?
No. Oh, well, I'll look that up.
I'm going to look that up too. All right.
Rightio. Signing off. See you again, Roly. Bye.
See you later.
Cheers.